What is going on, everybody? Nick Costa here, and welcome to this video lesson on groove number 2 from the quarter note pattern section of the groove library from the Zildjian drum set method. This video is to help you get more comfortable and familiar with groove number 2 from the quarter note pattern section of the groove library. After you have established the foundation, you're then going to see some examples where you can move the dominant hand around the kit to help shape the groove. I'm excited to get into this with all of you, so let's get started. Now, if you are watching these videos in sequential order, then you've already watched video 1. That was where you had your dominant hand playing on steady quarter notes, your non-dominant hand was playing the snare drum on beats 2 and 4, and your bass drum was played on beats 1 and 3. So now, in order to play groove number 2, you're going to play that same exact groove. This time you're going to add additional bass drums on beats 2 and 4. This is also known as playing 4 on the floor, because your bass drum is played on all 4 beats. So, to get started, go ahead and place your dominant hand on the ride cymbal. If you're on a right-handed kit like I am, that means the right hand goes over to the ride cymbal. You're going to play that ride cymbal with the tip of the stick around the center section of the bow surface area. So for this groove, you have bass drum and ride cymbal on beat 1. You then have bass drum, ride cymbal, and snare drum on beat 2. Once again, you're going to play bass drum and ride cymbal on beat 3, and then bass drum, ride cymbal, and snare drum on beat 4. So to get more familiar with this pattern, let's take it nice and slow. Set that tempo at 60 BPM and play along with me for the next 16 measures. 1, 2, ready, and... Now that you've had that opportunity to finally play this groove, let's go ahead and up the tempo to 80 BPM. Once again, play along with me for 16 measures. 1, 2, ready, and... Okay, so now that you're more familiar with this groove, let's go ahead and move that dominant hand from the ride cymbal over to the hi-hat. So let's try this again, but we are going to up the tempo to 100 BPM. Once again, play along with me for 16 bars. 1, 2, ready, and... Okay, so now that you've had that opportunity to play the dominant hand on both the ride cymbal and the hi-hat, now it's time to experiment with how the dominant hand is played so you can help shape the groove. So this is the part of the lesson where you're going to get to work on your improvisational and musicianship skills. Think about various ways that you can adapt that dominant hand to help shape the groove a bit. Now, as you move from one variation to the next, go ahead and play a drum fill to make it easier to transition. Maybe you can play the 8th note fill that you learned in the earlier video from the Zildjian drum set method. Either way, be creative and come up with a nice smooth transition from one variation to the next. Now, although I want you to be creative and come up with your own variations, here are just a few to get you started. I'm gonna play at 120 BPM for 24 bars. 1, 2, ready, and... Okay, so to recap, in this video lesson, you learned groove number 2 from the quarter note pattern section of the groove library from the Zildjian drum set method. Now, if you have any questions and you are viewing this on YouTube, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, and either someone from Zildjian or myself will try and help out in any way that we can. And if you are viewing this on Zildjian's Learning Zone YouTube channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, as well as the bell notification. That way you're notified of any additional videos that get uploaded to the channel. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you do check out the educational section of Zildjian's website. There you're going to find a ton of helpful information to help you or that drummer in your life with their drumming journey. Best part about it, it's all free. So I hope you enjoyed this video and got something out of it. And until next time, see you later.